Oops. Click. Got it. On your third. My God, you're gonna die, man. That'd be an interesting way to go, though, wouldn't it be? I mean, you know, probably wouldn't be too fun, but like 100 cups of coffee. He died extremely productive and happy. He jumped himself. He jumped off a road onto the top of a mountain and died. Yeah, that would be good. Okay, so we're streaming over there, and freaking Elliot's gonna get on my case. Oh, I already need to be streaming over here. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. All right, let me get over to TikTok. Give me 1 second, guys. Otherwise, people are going to be mad at me. Boom, boom. Start, go, begin, allow, notifications, find, go to YouTube. So many fucking steps. Turn down the volume and skip the ad, flip the screen, move the chat. Done. All right. All right, I'm going to continue to label these puppies here. Facebook having just tons of really great sympathetic movement. I think really Facebook is the Google, Microsoft, Apple of the future. In other words, like 40 years from now, you're going to look back at these prices and you're going to go, my God, I could have got Facebook at 300, you know, it's at like 27,000, you know, in a split and everything, right? But in, you know, non-split terms, that should be your retirement stock. Are they going to change their ticker to Meta? Boy, Zuckerberg was really aggressive, I would say. This change, but he's always made pivots in his company that were extremely data driven. Knows where this shit's going. He bought Oculus like 6 years ago. Okay, that's foresight. It wasn't for fun. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, hey, let's add another side project or let's develop this out some more. And it's not because of Oculus that all of this shit is growing. This was a measurable, noticeable, large, huge trend, you know, not just a trend. What do you call it? It's not just trendy. This is a change in human communication and interactivity in socialization. It's huge. People really don't give Mark Zuckerberg enough credit. He's absolutely another genius, like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, guys. In my opinion. So you can differ with me. And fuck you if you do, but you know, that's all right. All right. OLB did break that 51 cent level, so now the current stop is 225 roughly. Yeah, let's not get started on Tim Cook. 225 stop, and you're in OLB already at this time. Okay, I'm just taking another look to see if we've missed anything here, and then we'll go over the market. All right. Yeah, I mean, those are our biggest opportunities, OLB and MDJH, and then also potential dip buy on AMD and Google and Facebook, if you can still get it. There was a weird tick there on Facebook. It didn't just drop that much, did it? No. Okay. So anyway, overall on the market was up in after hours because of the Google beat and guidance. And then I'll check that out in a second, Ethan. And then in pre-market, continued that move, and AMD beat, and so it just added to the PE ratio, the lessening of the PE ratios across what seems to be the lessening of PE ratios across the board on the stock market, especially in growth. But it's sort of I don't know. I think people are so quick to dismiss bad and just say everything's good. But we've had equally as bad guidance, and yet don't try and trade based on rationalizing or thesis or things that you hear. Don't trade with your ears, trade with your eyes. Look at the charts, look at the direction, watch where things are going. If everybody's buying up this market, that's what you need to be doing too. Just when it turns around on you, if you're a trader and not an investor in this market, make sure you cut at the highs. And along those realms, I have developed a new indicator on TradingView for free. And for those of you out there who want to check it out, you can come into our trading group. I'll tell you how to do that in a second. But it helps keep you in your trades a little bit longer during these pullback moments. You wonder, should you get out or should you stay in? And what you should do is give it a little bit of flexibility, give it a little bit of buffer room, give it a chance, right? That's what you should do. But how much? So this helps you kind of determine how much is enough, and when enough is enough, and you should ideally, get out. I mean, mostly it'll help you through some of the nerve-wracking moments clearly see that you should stay in. But what it really does is tells you, hey, today's an unusually bad looking pullback day, and I just wanted to bring this to your attention. You make the decision. Maybe I should get out of this, or maybe the market's just doing this today. Maybe it's a weird thing, the sector, something on fire. It's a sympathetic movement. I'm still bearish on this. It's still bearish. It hasn't broken pivot. Whatever. Talk yourself in or out of the trade, but with this indicator, it's going to keep you in a lot better than if you just were winging it or trying to even look at pivot points. For example, on GME here on this chart, right in the middle top, you can see you could have entered GME at 209, and it would have kept you in the trade and still had you in the trade until even like 95, way down there. So that's a huge drop. I think this is a good example. But there's lots of examples, and everybody seems to like it. If you would like to download that indicator, it's free for TradingView, and the link is in our public chat room in our trading group. So if you're out there on whatever platform you're on, good morning, everyone, TikTok, Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, you can click on the link somewhere there to join our trading group. And there's a link in my bio, for example, on certain platforms. Come on into the group, and you can find it in the public chat room. I'm going to paste it right now for you. It's actually still up there, but I'm gonna post it now. And hold on one sec. I'll be right with you. Yeah, so I just posted it. It's really cool, says Stephen Harlow. Thanks. Ethan asks if there's an ABCD pattern forming on CVX. ABCD patterns need to form after the market open. We've got 8 minutes until the market opens. You might be talking about ABCD pattern on like a daily chart or something. It doesn't really work that way so much. ABCD patterns are a momentum pattern, and they pretty much work on the intraday charts, the one-day chart. When you're looking at the 1-minute charts or the 2-minute charts, and it hasn't even started yet. Trading hasn't even started. An ABCD pattern shows up around midday or late morning. Right. So, yeah, you can get that indicator over there. Okay, cool. And also, by the way, today is open house in our trading group. So today, if you are looking to see what we're all about, you can come into our trading group. Link is in my bio. Link is in the stream somewhere here. Follow the link and check everything out. A lot of the secret and hidden channels that you normally can't see, they're all open. It's open house day today. You can go check it all out and be amazed. See you there or be square. 6 minutes until the market opens. And just before the market opens, SPY is falling a little bit or a lot. No, just about 2 points. It's still way above yesterday's high, several points above yesterday's high. But yesterday was a bit of a doji day anyway. Some of you understand what I mean by that. Others are like, huh? Is it Doge? What? Japanese candlestick charting calls an kind of an indecisive or small, tiny day like yesterday. Yeah, an indecision day. That's what I like to call it. A doji kind of day, and it looks like a cross kind of. And this one was a little bit more bullish, but that was just at the end of the day. For the most part, 90% of the day yesterday was a doji. Was a doji. Hello, little doji. And so we are now pulling back halfway about from these Google highs to yesterday's high. Doji Morningstar, gotta love those. Yeah. Uh, uh, oh, Ikedike, yeah. Finally got your little brother off. What? Cool. And who is he? Welcome. All right, good. That's good. David. All right. David Austin, I suppose. You got PayPal put yesterday. I might need some guidance when to get out, please. Christina, 5-minute rule. How long have you been with me? Do you know the 5:30 we call it, but 5-minute rule for the first 5 minutes? Take it 5 minutes at a time. Let the market trade for 5 minutes and PayPal trade for 5 minutes, no matter what. Could be more loss, and that'd be unfortunate. But 90% of the time, it goes and it retests the middle of the 5-minute opening range towards the end of that 5 minutes. So you could get some potentially money back. But after 5 minutes, then whichever way the stock trades outside of that box, 5 minutes, the high and the low, that's the way you need to base your decision on. That's the direction you can assume it's going to take for the day. So give it 5 minutes. If it's going to sell off, you'll know, because that's what it's going to do. It's going to break down. If it's going to run, then you'll know, because it's going to break up and out of that box. So today it's what? It's down like a whole lot, and you've got puts. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's down a whole lot. And so now what you want to do is you want to give it a forgiving path of victory. But today it could be down so low that it just all it does, it gets bought up. So that's why you kind of got to watch this first 5 minutes here. If you have to snip it in 5 minutes and then it tanks for the rest of the day, are you going to feel bad? I mean, if you are, then you know be a little bit more forgiving at the end of that 5 minutes. Give it some more time or whatever. But I mean, I think you'll probably be eventually giving back. You can't tell the future, but the first 5 minute reaction and how it breaks out of the first 5 minutes does give a really frequently accurate representation of how at least the morning session is going to go. And if from there you can just follow the path of victory, do you know how to do that, Christina? Have you gotten really good at the pivot point trading? Then that's how you can stay in it. I'll keep it up right here because my system here automatically draws those pivots. Hello, David. There you are. But since I was called out, I guess I'll chime in. He's been telling me to join for a hot minute, but I kept dragging my feet. Happy to be here now. All right, welcome. We have the Austin brothers. Austin brothers in the group. Thank you, Dondrell, for convincing your brother. What could it can't hurt you to be a fly on the wall, right? OLB is breaking out right now. There it goes. So you guys should be in it, right? It's 1 minute until the market opens. It's already kind of breaking out. You should already be in it with your stop at 225, right? And that never hit. Your stop never hit, so you're still in it from pre-market when it broke. I believe it was 251, or you might have gotten in earlier if you were already stalking it at like 2.4. But here it comes, is hitting hit 260, and I want you to follow our plan, which is to take out 5% of your position, up to 20% of your position at every 10-cent level. On stocks under $3, that's where you got to do it. Make sure you take those profits out. If you have a pattern day trading restriction, you probably shouldn't be day trading. You should be swing trading until you have your account up to $30,000. And it should be paper trading for practice until then. I mean, 99 out of 100 people will tell you that because they ruin their accounts. Stop now 240-ish on OLB. No, the stop now is 230. Not sure where you got. I see what you're saying. That one candle's not enough, Chris, really. That was part of the same uptrend. All right, market is open. Let's watch Google and AMD for zip buys. Dip buys. If you guys want to come join our trading group, it's open house today. Come take a look at all the secret and hidden channels that normally you cannot see. How many puts have you got, Christina? If you have multiple, you might want to take whatever's the strong end of this first minute. This 137, if you can still get it down there, maybe, just maybe. I mean, it's something to think about, because after it retraces a little and then tries to come back down again, it may take a while for it to get back to that very low price again. And so it'll still be deemed a pretty damn good low price. However, if you really want to just do it the right way, you follow the day swing pivot point path of victory method. There you go. Yeah, Christina, I think that can be wise. You get to play the devil and the angel. Good job. Another thing you can do is instead of selling it, you could have sold the one. Let's see. Sold one out of the money from where you bought yours, and that would have converted it to vertical, but basically would have like kind of semi locked it up for 90%. And if it had continued gain to make, it could make gain from there. All right, so now hold on for sure, Christina. AMD dropping really big. This is great. Google dropping really big. That's great. The industrials popping. The industrials going in the opposite direction. We're really looking for, I believe we're looking for a dip buy here on Google and everything. And by the way, Christina's in a great place with her PayPal puts because the market is dropping right now. So she's literally like, got something that's already a loser, a winning trade, but it's a loser in the market, and the market is going down. So that's like, the wind at her back. I mean, you cannot get a much better setup. You're having a very good day, Christina. Let's not fuck it up. And let's make sure to follow that path of victory to the ultimate exit point, whatever it gives you. I mean, it's going to be fine, whatever it gives you. Whether it's a little, a lot, whether it's wrong, right, there's just no other solution. I mean, you can't just follow somebody. You should have held it because, I mean, duh. Like, yeah, right, duh. Don't trade with your ears, trade with your eyes. Nobody knows. It's confirmation bias. They go, oh, I know. Everything I say comes true. Yeah, sure. The Q's dropping, Facebook dropping, AMD dropping, Apple dropping a little, Tesla dropping a bit much, Amazon dropping. I think my VIX is not drawing. It's only 21. That's just crazy. I mean, this drop, I guess just nobody's really worried about this drop. This is more of a take profits sell off. This is a great environment for people to try to be looking to exit holdings. And this is one of those opportunities they don't want to miss. So people are going to scale out a little bit right now. Or it's bottoms and turns around on them. And as far as bottoming and turning around on them, that's going to be something we're watching here. We're going to try to get a dip buy, a 5-minute candle dip buy on either AMD or Google or really the rest is Facebook. And what is Pfizer doing, by the way? We've been trying to short that. It just keeps going, Christina. And you see what I mean, though, about how, after that huge first minute thrust, it's going to be a while before, with retracement and stuff and continued pushing down, before it goes down further. And it may go down further, but, currently you're still at exactly where you already sold your other option. But for now, keep holding. Pfizer, there we go. I think Pfizer is going to continue to buckle over and break down, but yeah, we shall see. That's what I judge from the charts. Somebody else might be like, "Are you kidding? Have you seen what they have in line for release?" And I heard the rumor that this and that, blah blah blah. Dude, again, stop trading with your ears and trade with your eyes, because all that matters is the fucking price. Okay, there it is. Google entry, 5-minute dip buy candle entry on Google. 29.90 was the entry, and it is for $30 of risk on Google. AMD hasn't curved around yet. It may follow suit in a minute here, but that was entry on Google for the dip buy. And if that's wrong, which it can be sometime, then you have to get out at 29.60 and take that 1% loss. But there it is, AMD. There's the entry also on AMD at the bottom. Dip buy on AMD, entry long. For these usually work out to be about 10, 20, 30, 40-minute trades. And when they don't work out, they're very short. It can be like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. But if this works out, we're going to be holding on to this position through pivots, following the path of victory, all the way to the peak, whatever it may be. But it's happening. And now over there on AMD was 127 entry and 125.50 stop, so $1.50 of risk on AMD. And Google now coming up and over 3,000. So it's happening. Who got in to Google and AMD? And I wasn't watching Facebook, but I'm sure that triggered Facebook entries as well. It looks like Apple is about to break pre-market high of 175.30. On that end, you'd be able to get in for $1.50 of risk on Apple if it breaks 175.30. Apple. So there's a lot of dip buys going on right now across the board. And Google now at 3,003, and AMD hit 128. And we're going to get this. We're going to give each of these this wide band down to your stop, which we call the path of victory, in order to stay in your trades. Now 304, 306, 3006 on Google. If you have shares and you bought multiple shares and you're able to scale out, you might want to scale out every $10 on Google, 5% of your position, something like that. All right, there goes Apple. Apple broke out, $1.50 a risk to enter on Apple for the first trend wave trade. Microsoft's another one. I mean, all the top Qs, they call the mega caps. You can enter on that dip. It's already, you're already a couple minutes late. Right after the first 5-minute candle went in, it started to curve back around and go up. That's going to pull up your PayPal position probably a little bit. No, PayPal's still falling. Oh, that was a pretty negative report, I guess. Keep holding, Christina. How much you up on that one? AMD didn't fill. Well, you have a chance to get in right now, and AMD pulled back to 127, the exact same level. Now you can get your fill. Google all the way up to 3,015 now. Google was a little bit late to start pulling back compared to AMD. AMD pulled back the hardest first. Relative strength-wise, looks like Google is going to beat AMD here in relative strength terms. Only 1,500%. Christina, take a fucking screenshot of that for me and post it into Post Your Gains. I don't know if we called that out or whatnot. Congratulations to you, but just go brag about that and Post Your Gains because that's outstanding. And I got to see it. Those are big numbers. And if it gets bigger later, just post again. That's fantastic. Whenever you get 4-digit percentage gains, yeah. She called it. Wow, good job. It was kind of like obvious, right? We should have known better because wasn't it something or other that made a report the other day that no, that was PayPal. What was that report the other day that said that because the eBay? Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess the writing was on the wall, right? That was an easy one. PayPal now at 134, now breaking down into the 133s. Yeah, that's a big client. eBay. Kind of like that's what happened with Amazon. Amazon was using FedEx, right? And I think they still do, but they had a contract with FedEx. FedEx was like their shipper. And then Amazon got so big and had so much money and was such a mega enterprise, they just said, why don't we just build that out ourselves? Same thing just happened with eBay. So that's something that can happen with some of these places with a lot of extra R&D cash. And it's not even a matter of competition. It's just, some people just want to move what they've been contracting out the service for. to in-house. And the choice is either buy that company or develop it yourself, if that's what you're trying to do. Makes sense. I mean, even like you, Steven, right? You probably have something you could think about. I can't think of it, but something you could think about in this, maybe small of a business as yours. Let's not call it small though, or mid-size. You could probably even think of something like that you could do yourself. Like, no, I'll do that myself. My packaging, whatever it is, maybe you make your own packaging. You could cut the thing, the cardboards or whatever, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. That happens. Some things you just decide to go in-house on. AMD is about to get stopped out on you. Google's having a pullback, but I hope it doesn't go the way of AMD. AMD has pulled back almost 90%. It looks like you can get stopped out. 125.50 is your stop on AMD. 127 was the entry. It got as high as 128 there on that rally. I'm hoping that Google doesn't fail out, but it looks like across the board, the Qs and SPY and Dow are really weak and wanting to make new lows. So this could be it for that little dip buy rally, as a matter of fact. And that's why we can't predict that. That's going to really assist shorts. You're going to see, like PayPal, for instance, probably get driven down to like 125 if, in fact, we start making new lows across the board. There it is. AMD, you got to exit. That's 1%. Hey, you can't make money if you don't get in the ring. You can't make money if you don't get in the ring and fight. And it costs 1%. We use the 1% rule. It costs 1% for you to go try. Can't win every fight. Did Mike Tyson win every fight? I mean, I know he lost at least one. I mean, I'm not an expert on boxing stats or Mike Tyson. But what I'm saying is even a champion, even a winner, a champion like that, doesn't win every fight. He lost once when he was 7. Jake Paul. He is no Jake Paul. Yeah. No, actually, fucking Mike Tyson's even better. I mean, I'm even being serious about why you said he is no Jake Paul, because Jake Paul understands how to do with the exploitation of social media. But I think Mike Tyson's been doing some pretty good on social media these days as well. Yeah. He's not proud of that moment, Herman. He's not proud of that moment. And guess what? Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And that's what, I believe he went to prison before that. I can't remember. Maybe I'm mixing up people, but I think he went to prison. And in prison, he just got fucked up. He comes out of prison. He makes that fight. And he employed some prison tactics by instinct. And it only made him more popular anyway. You know how that goes. If it can go viral, there's no such thing as bad news, right? Well, I don't know. Maybe nowadays that's not so true, but yeah. Anyway, he turned his life around, and he's fought his demons, and he's done his time. And if somebody wants to perpetually be against him, I think that says more about that person than him. I mean, he's dug deep. Age, man. Age heals. Time heals everything. Time heals most things. Time should heal everything. And it has a good chance of doing that. The pre-market momentums, OLB and MDJH, failing out. And Google, you can go ahead and get out of that trade on Google now preemptively. Going to get you out on that. We're well below VWAP and 50% retracement. We already have AMD failing out. and the market hitting new lows. So you can definitely preemptively get out of the Google trade. Hopefully you took profits. By the way, whenever you've taken profits, like every $10, like I said on Google, then you set your stop loss to break even. So actually, you were not supposed to give any money back if you've already taken some profits on Google. And in that case, I think we got in at 29.65 when it was just turning around off that 5-minute candle. So we're definitely out of it now. 29.85 rather. Couldn't read the numbers. 29.85. Time will heal your trading account, Michael, and also, wisdom. You got to apply the wisdom of time as well. So that means, paper trade, stop day trading, wait till it's 30,000, swing trade only, invest, get a job, fucking make money, save, whatever you can do. Yeah, time will heal, but not if, you disrespect it. You have to respect time. So SPY is now where in the process? Okay, so SPY is about 75% pulled back to the high of yesterday. So it's still progress really in the grand scheme of things. But this, to me, is that pattern that we talked about the other day, which I think showed up yesterday, which is big gap up and then goes up a little bit. It tries and it's just too exhausted, comes back, turns red on the day, and now fails down. And the ultimate real trigger now is if price gets below yesterday's close, across any stock, by the way, not just the market. Time does not heal stupid. Yeah, that's true. Tell that to Stephen Hawking, right? Oh, Jesus. How did I just get away with that joke? That was very clever. I think I learned that one from Bill. What's that comedian who's pretty hard? Bill. Shoot, I can't remember his name. He's like bald, very funny. He really pushes the envelope. I think that's his name, Bill Hicks. Bill Burr. Bill Burr, yeah. I think I just pulled a Bill Burr on my audience. Time does not heal stupid. I mean, just look at Stephen Hawking. Somehow, why is that so funny? Oh God, because it's inaccurate, and yet I don't know. There was some definitely. I gotta write Bill Burr with a tip on that one. Those comedians need to tear that apart and analyze it. That was a clever way to get away with a joke, a bad joke, and a politically incorrect joke. Bill Burr. So AMD continuing to fail out. I do not know if this market is going to continue like this, but it's worth attempting. So if you want to start to get puts on anything, you can, but you might want to grab those things that are still a little bit distant from the high or the close of yesterday, so that they have a lot of room for you to make money. Everything's going to potentially try to hit the high of yesterday and see how it reacts, or the close of yesterday and see how it reacts. Should we fall through those, that's really bad. That would be a good sign to get in for sure if you hadn't already. I have never laughed that hard. Step Brothers. I don't remember that from Step Brothers. Is that a line? But anyway, I love Step Brothers. That movie is so funny. I think, I have a couple of weird favorite moments probably from that movie. One of my favorite moments is when the mom is first arriving, right? And he's like, and it escapes me, the darker curly haired dude. But anyway, he's standing out front and he's got like a bagel in his hand. He's like, "Can you make me a sandwich?" He's like, "You have a sandwich in your fucking hand." And it's funny because it's so true. I have 7 kids, and I can tell you they behave like that. They say things out of pure psychology with no rational, real world orientation. All the time. They're just constantly fucking fighting with you on everything. Kids, children. Anyway, another one is obviously, did we just become best friends? And then the bunk bed building. Do you like guacamole? I know you touched my drum set. Don't touch my drum set. Don't touch my drums ever. All right, Microsoft is holding strong through the pullback, says Mac. I'll pull it up here because relative strength is important right now. Pay attention to that, you guys. Try and notice what is being resilient on this pullback and what's not, because like I've said before, if you looked at the stock market in fast motion, these moments are called shakeout moments, and it's a little bit like shaking the roots of a tree that you just pulled out of the ground, and the dirt that falls off loses and the dirt that stays clinging on wins, right? Kind of. It looks like that in fast motion when you examine these shakedowns on the market in time lapse. And what is that? It's relative strength. And so if you can find something with relative strength, that's something that's going to work when the market is not working in its favor. It's going to continue in that direction. And when the market's working in its favor, it's going to do even better. So yeah, Microsoft looking very strong right now. I have some. So I'm actually in a Microsoft play. But if you're not in Microsoft, you might want to get that for some positive delta for your portfolio. And let's see if I ought to do that here in this portfolio. Yeah, it's tough right now. I need to balance my portfolio more on the downside because I cut so much downside yesterday. I need more downside, as a matter of fact. Google now all the way down to 29.58. The brother and family came over for dinner, and the stepfather is laughing at the brother's joke. And the mother says what? Oh, says Evan, or you literally have never laughed that hard. Really? I remember something about ketchup or something. I've seen that movie a lot, but I forget some parts and I remember others. Oh yeah, definitely. That reminds me of somebody I knew once who said they had a photographic memory. So I then said, "Oh, really?" And instantly they said, "Well, but it's a selective photographic memory." Oh, of course. So if I try to test you, it may or may not work, huh? Interesting. And EA is running, so EA also with some strength, apparently. Man, this ECPG is just really struggling, and yet still looks like good positive delta. Let me take another look at it. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's doing just fine. But it's just that bid and ask spread probably on the options on the ECPG. I just got to wait for it to take off. I guess it's going to take a little bit of time. But I believe in you, ECPG. For everybody out there on different platforms watching these streams, I do have my trend indicator, which helps keep you in trades for longer. So you can not have to sweat the pullbacks too bad and get you better maximized gains over on TradingView for free. You can find out the name of it and go check it out by clicking on the link in my bio or the link right there and coming and joining our trading community. That'll bring you right into our public chat room. It's open house today. You can check out all our secret and hidden channels to see what it is we have to offer you. And in there in the public chat room is the link for my indicator. and you can go grab it for TradingView for free and add it to your arsenal and make some more money with it. And people love it. So far, so good. Everybody seems to really love it. I use it almost religiously at this point. I don't know about you guys. It's pretty goddamn good. It's basically a manifestation of very close manifestation of how I think. It's so close. So, it's like 96% accurate to where I would get out on anything. Yeah, I do want to get some Microsoft for positive delta in here. So let me grab that. While I'm doing that, does anybody know how Ford's doing today? I'm very curious, up or down? Red or green? While I'm doing that, maybe somebody can let me know. Up, Chris, interesting, because I think it's a good time to get into Ford. That may have been the bottom on Ford recently on that pullback. I'll check it out again and pull it up, and we can talk about it in just a minute here. I'm going to get myself some Microsoft. Obviously, that one's very liquid. 300. I mean, you have to get to 300. February 18, 300. That's what I'm getting. Really nice tight spread. You don't have to fight over it. Goes, that's off. And in. All right, F. Oh, the earnings are tomorrow. Geez, maybe I'll wait on that. Oh, I already have a Ford position. Yeah, I have the short. I have the 22 February 18 put. Yeah, that's down about 30%. F that. That's funny. Yeah, it looks like volatility's up about 101%. Yeah, you're right. Ford coming out with earnings tomorrow evening. Coming out of earnings tomorrow evening. Yeah. No. Oh, I actually don't want that one. Too late now. All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, how's everybody doing? Christina, so following the path of victory method, you would get worried around 132.50, 132.50. But even then, I've seen this many times when it's created a flattened pivot point like that. Then you can kind of default to VWAP as your next pivot. And so you're really okay, even if it tries to get up to about 134, because it is then likely to, if it doesn't, just run all day and that was the bottom, if it breaks 135, you can get out. But if it doesn't, then it is likely to later in the day, it might struggle to do so for a few hours, but later in the day, continue. So, yeah, keep holding. Don't get greedy. Ironically, keep holding, don't get greedy, right? In order to make more money, you don't want to be afraid of losing gains. That's greed too. Being afraid of losing money that you had already made because it was up, is greed. You're saying to yourself, my greed is telling me I should have taken it over there because that's more money. But in trading, you have to leave that path of victory. You have to leave that buffer zone in order to be sure that you're really taking it to its maximum completion. I don't even know if Christina's listening. But some of you are. Oh, okay. Some of us have jobs, Evan. All right, we have some reversals going on SPY. Off of my, she has taken shots already. Yeah, God, yeah. Gotta love that. 1,500% gains. Did you already post one of those? Because I just want to see that. Like, what? Wow. Post your gains. Lotto is lotto. Because it was a lotto, it had the huge gains. And you got it for $75. Amazing. Dude, you guys, Christina paid $75 for something that she made $1.5 thousand on. Oh, now you have a 211. Okay. So is that one like half, like 700%? I'm pretty quick with this fucking shit. She's probably like, yeah, how the fuck did you know? 712%. Now what is that? 1.8K percent? Seriously? Wow. Amazing job. Go. Heck yeah. And a lot of that is intrinsic value. They can't take it away from you. It's the difference between the strike and the current price. And on top of that, you might have some premium because you have a week left on that one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's in good shape. That's why you should always get, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. That's why you should always get like a week out. So you have options. You can always roll in, get your money back the next day, whatever. But if you go a week out with the same strike and you're out of the money, if you're choosing out of the money, it might not be a whole heck of a lot more to get that week out. But the amount of money that you'll make in intrinsic is exactly the same. So you're not going to lose anything. And so you're just giving yourself more options, on that next day, as well as the fact that it's only going to lose 1/7 of its value overnight. Well, there'll be a volatility crush, but it's going to lose less of the premium than the freaking shorter expiration is going to lose for sure, because it's still got some remaining time on it that people have to sell it for, to people who want that option. So it has premium, it has rental fee still on it. All right, Microsoft looks like that was a good idea to enter that for positive delta in my portfolio. Put on up there into my long book. Very nice, very nice. You know how if anybody's familiar with California or in Los Angeles area, there's a city called Van Nuys. Does anybody know that place, Van Nuys? Van Nuys, California. Yeah, you know how they name that when they, how they name that? Apparently, when the natives came through there, the people the explorers came through, they were like, "Whoa, very nice, very nice." Dad joke. Yep, I really did just say that. GM, what happened with GM, by the way? I think they were reporting earnings, weren't they? Somebody was telling me they were. Did. They had a beat? All right. It's looking like Google is struggling to to run off of that dip, it's making new lows. It's pretty extraordinary that Microsoft doing what it's doing. Is it news? What's going with Microsoft? You can't just do that independently. Did it have earnings? Maybe I missed it. But they're doing great today. Exceptionally well. Oh, I already had Microsoft down there. I don't even need to put it over there. They are re-releasing the Zune? Really? That's what this news is about? That's what this run is about? Oh, oh my God. But I thought like a digital version or a metaverse Zune, I gave him some credit, but oh, that's funny. What happened here? Oh, I put Microsoft. Oops. There we go, Microsoft. Microsoft is really suffering. I just looked up their chart, Microsoft, but Microsoft doing really well. Don't buy Microsoft by mistake. Please, dyslexics out there, beware of buying Microsoft. You want Microsoft. Ba-dum-dum. But there really is MFST. Yeah, it's called Meta First, actually. Yeah, don't buy Microsoft or Microsoft. Mr. Toxicals like that one on Twitch. AMD is kind of making a good run for it right now. AMD. PayPal is showing quite a bit of strength coming off that bottom, Christina. As it approaches 134 and 135, that's your get nervous zone. But listen, you have it for another week. One thing you could do is you could, at that point, if you're worried but kind of want to keep it, you can kind of sell it and kind of keep it by selling the strike that's one more out of the money than where you bought yours at that moment. So should you have to cut it, instead you could just sell that, and then if indeed over the next 4 day several week or whatever, PayPal goes down even more, you'll still participate in a little more extra juice. So you got to make that decision pretty soon here. Hope it doesn't break 135. Or you've micro lost. Yes. Why is PayPal going? It's just a bounce off the bottom. People want it here. That's all it is. It's, that's what a market is. I'll give you. I mean, so there's a statistical range of people out there, and some of them go like, I'll give you fucking $129 for Microsoft. I'll give you $134. I'll take that bet. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the market. That's why these things trade. They get, because they might be a short-term trader. There's somebody who goes to the whatever market it is, a reselling market, and they are buying Gucci bags. Gucci bags just came down $150 right then. It's like, it's a bidding thing, right? And they're like, dude, I could turn this around in 2 hours, for $150. So they buy it and then they sell it. Short-term traders are the ones creating these bounces, not long-term investors. So it's just trading. That's what these pullbacks are. And it's just market equalizing every day. And traders are the ones who fill the gaps. We provide the liquidity. We're the fleas on the dog. Yeah, and look at that. Are you seeing it now, Christina? It's kind of bouncing off VWAP. I hope you have your VWAP line on your charts, but I do on mine. It's this dotted blue line. If you can see my PayPal chart. Now it's bouncing a little bit off of VWAP. I think one of the best ways to teach beginners what is the VWAP line, and even intermediates, is just think of it as the bullish bearish separation line. Like if we could just demystify the whole fucking VWAP thing, that's what it is. Oh, really? The E3 indicator is actually helping too? Let me see. I want to see this. It's saying to stay in? I don't think so. Let's see. On what? The 2 minute, the 5 minute? On the 5 minute, yeah. It's still, yeah, and that's what I suggested. I don't know if I put that in the indicator description, but maybe you heard me say it, that it's best on intraday with like 5 minute. Yeah. It is, but it's also it caught up to it like that. Um, that has to do with time. Let's see. Let me add. I want to add FWAP, but I don't want to add it on the daily chart. Let's see. All right, your FWAP line says 136. My FWAP line says like 134.7. I mean, not yours, but oh, hold on. This FWAP might be showing the standard deviations. Yeah, it is. Okay. Don't fill the bands. They don't have a dotted line. There we go. Yeah. It's the VWAP of your 133.37. Trading views VWAP is not exactly perfect. If I go to the 2-minute chart, does it say the same damn thing? Yeah. Yeah. My tosses VWAP is a little bit better. It's at 134.30. Look at that. It just bounced right off VWAP. I mean, you should be watching that VWAP for that purpose of what I was talking about, the path of victory technique. Please don't have VWAP on the main chart now. Yep, it did. Getting rid of that indicator. It's open house today. For those of you just tuning in to the TikTok, hello, open house. And also Twitch, whatever, wherever you are. It's open house in our trading group. So come on over and check out all the secret and hidden channels that we have that you normally cannot see. Come on over and check out our open house. If anybody's got any gains to post them in the post your gains section. It's looking a little light there with just Christina. Feeling a little hungry all of a sudden. I even had breakfast. Strange. I'm on a keto diet, and it can be kind of really weird. If you eat too many carbs, it can trigger you out of ketosis, and then even just being on the border of ketosis can be very strange feeling, and you can get hunger. Because normally when you're in ketosis, you feel completely satiated, almost at all times. You could probably fast for days, really. Once you're flying. But yeah, I lost 10 pounds so far this year. 10 pounds in 1 month, just on keto. Because I was sick, I haven't been to the gym for the last week and a half, and so yeah, that's mainly keto. The problem with keto is most people do kind of like sorta keto or keto. It's not keto. If you really want to do keto and you really want to see the weight drop off, I mean, you've got to eat fucking 0 carbs, not 1, not 5, not a maximum of 8 per day, not the cheat ones, not substitute. Some substitute sugars fuck it up. No, steak and broccoli. Provolone cheese, good tip. Provolone cheese, high fat, 0 carbs. Yeah, I mean you can do it. The more hardcore you do it, the better it will work. Just make sure, for anybody who's like, yeah, okay, cool, that's pretty good, and you want to try it, make sure you're getting niacin when you're going through your transition, and magnesium and all those particular substitutes, but especially niacin. That's the thing that's going to give you the jitters around day 3. You're going to get these shaky jitters if it's your first time through keto. Watch out. Yeah. Also, every time I've ever done keto in the past, I've gotten so healthy. So healthy. And what I mean by that is like immune system works better. Skin looks better. Just like everything looks better. And so I believe it also probably is diet is systemically the cause of just about damn near everything, you know? And I've always suspected that also like, plaque, like in your teeth, if you have dental problems or whatever, you got plaque. I always felt like that also is what gives people Alzheimer's. After many decades or whatever, in research, like it seems to be that that is what Alzheimer's may be, is plaque on the brain. And so I've always been right about that. Whoa, the market really pulling back hard right now, as if there was news. It's not that it's a lot, it's that it's fast. So far it hasn't broken a new low, but that was strong. That was either, you know what that was? That's that fucking whale running the algorithm on the market. I don't know, but somebody out there has a fucking $1 trillion, billions of dollars, and they are controlling the market or something. The last 7 days have been extremely weird with the way the days have traded. Historic, like 50-year, never seen before historic price action intraday. I believe there is a huge whale algorithmic trading going on out there, trying to make gigantic moves on the market. Because frankly, that would work. And I believe they came from the crypto world because it worked for them in the crypto world. I mean, if you can wipe out traders, scoop them up, sell their positions at highs, bring the price back up. I mean, if you can do that much manipulation in crypto and the way it's run, there's some unknown mega whale from crypto fucking around with the market. I can just feel it. These last 7 days or 8 or 9 days have been something new. It's something very strange. Yeah, no, I'm serious. And we may never know what it is, but what it might be is something that never changes. So we might just need to start getting used to it and not giving back. The survivors are going to be the ones that adapt to a new player in the market. Faster you can adapt, the better. This market, these whipsaws are making people billions. Somebody's making a lot of money off of these whipsaws that we cannot even position against. Conspiracy theorist? I don't know. Fucking everything that Alex Jones ever said 20 years ago has now come true. you know? You call me conspiracy theorist now, but check back in with me in 20 years and let's just double check on everything I said. Right, so I got that Microsoft, and I sold a put naked on Ford because I'm kind of preparing to potentially get in Ford. So cash secured put kind of deal for the wheel, but I'm just doing it naked. Well, it's cash secured. It's Chuck Norris. Oh, that's a good one. It's Chuck Norris. That's who it is. Yeah. How come Hulk Hogan could never quite get Notoriety that Chuck Norris got. I guess it's because Chuck Norris became a TV star. I'd like to see Hulk Hogan fight Chuck Norris. That would be good. That's something I like to. Did they ever? I mean, that seems like a really easy matchup. He lives 10 minutes away from you. Doesn't Hulk Hogan live in Laguna Beach? Do you live near there? I think Hulk Hogan lives in Malibu or something. Somewhere around there. Maybe I'm incorrect. Hulk can't fight. He's an actor. Chuck is legit. Well, I'm sure the Hulk could put a hole through Chuck Norris, though. You got out of PayPal? Okay, good. Fine. Good deal, Christina. If you can, screenshot that. If it still shows it, whatever. But try to post about that as well. And have a good day, Christina, unless you're going to stick around for a while. Good job. Way to go. That's a lotto that worked out. Lottos don't work out that often. So don't get all hyped up on lottos, okay? Because if that was a 20-1 shot, for example, you got what? You got 20. You got a 20-1 return. Right? Now, if you do that 20 times, it's not going to work out 19 times, and you will have given back all the money you made. You see what I mean? So in the long run, lottos don't work. Yeah. So, recognize that. Be careful. Don't get addicted to that. Only, once in a while, try to make some smart ones, I guess. But really, it's tough. Eventually get to the point where you can, sell options to make money on the volatility crush that everyone else loses money on the day before earnings and after, through earnings, selling the options, also playing the move the next day, like PayPal down. You could have made a lot of money, for example, just that 5-minute opening breakout to the bottom. Anyway, good job, Christina. Way to go. I'm sure everybody congratulates you. Chuck is 5'9", and Hulk is like 6'8". I mean, that's what I'm saying, Mac. I mean, Bruce Lee versus Hulk Hogan, I think that's an equal fight. I still not sure who's going to win. But Chuck Norris versus Hulk Hogan, I think, Chuck Norris gets thrown over a cliff. Maybe it's just me. Wow, this EXC thing was so weird. It like changed symbols or maybe markets or something, but they moved my EXC position out and in. Really strange. I lost my cost basis that way, so I can't even tell if I'm up or down on it anymore. And the chart is all messed up. Oh, now it's been corrected, and they still have a 1 day's worth of a blip on it. But I guess I can kind of see it's up. Oh, wait, what? By the way, did I see that recently they're remaking, or they already did and I missed it? I've just been out of touch. Bloodsport? I think Claude Van Damme's doing a Bloodsport reboot. Did you see that? Maybe it's already out and it failed and it flopped. I don't know, but I think that's awesome. Bloodsport, it's the best. That was so awesome. I saw that when I was a kid. Like, that's my era, man. The Karate Kid, Gremlins, Back to the Future, MTV in the beginning, the 80s, man. Top Gun, dude. Absolutely. Oh, I know. I'm very curious how Jamal did on PayPal. You guys know Jamal took that PayPal trade. The market just made a new low, at least on SPY, and it's being led down there mostly by the industrials at the moment. So that's not necessarily a good sign for the market. Industrials are the ones that have been holding strong so far. I'm going to look at all the sectors for the moment here. It might be energy or oil. Yeah, energy dropping and oil down below yesterday's close. I don't know if that's where it's coming from, but gold also sharply on the rise. And protectives and defensives again, going up. XLP, XLU, mostly. And Bitcoin dropping, a little bit of confidence lost on crypto. By the way, that's it. I mean, I'm decided. I now understand how the crypto markets move. They move like any business investment. They do not work as safe haven assets. They're not. That's actually not how they're moving. I've now been able to see the correlations between the drops in the market and the drops in the crypto. We've had enough, testing there. You can see it. Crypto behaves like businesses, an investment in businesses. So, I think, partly mini coins are actual projects, companies and projects. And in fact, that's how they seem to be reacting. They're not safe haven assets. They're not currency. It's not currency. I think, actually El Salvador may have fucked that up, but maybe they'll also become the richest nation on earth. It'll be great. It's like in Demolition Man in the future, how Taco Bell won the food wars, right? And Taco Bell is the most, exquisite luxury restaurant you can eat at in the future because Taco Bell won the restaurant wars in the future. Anyway, in the future, El Salvador, maybe they're going to be like the leaders of Earth, the most richest nation on Earth. It'll be hilarious. Yeah, speculation, not currency. I mean, you can, basically people are trading Yu-Gi-Oh cards for currency. You can trade anything for currency, but it's not currency. It's not behaving like currency. It's not currency. But people are just using it as money because it has some trading value. And you might as well use Yu-Gi-Oh cards or baseball cards or 19th century eyeglasses or whatever as currency. It really doesn't matter. Sorry if I'm poo-pooing on any crypto heads out there and blowing your fucking minds, but that's just the way it is, man. I think I have it licked now and have it figured out. And whether I'm wrong or right, that's what the price charts tell me. I don't use my ears. I use my eyes. The VIX, we are getting bearish divergence in the VIX on SPY. We are converged on the Qs and not bearish for the day. We are bearish on the industrial. So we're bearish on SPY, on the S&P 500, across the board for the day, intraday, and on the industrials. Not on the Qs, but that's still 2 out of 3. So this is going to be a red day for a while here until that whale steps in. It's a shakedown day. How it's acting. Look at KC. It just keeps, it's the gift that keeps on giving. KC, just, oof. Oh, did I finally get GM up? Okay, GM 5283. And where did I put my strikes on that? 50. 50. All right, so it's time to close those down. Get a bounce here. Cool. Okay. And there, my Google Iron Condor is back in the profit zone. And I just liquidated my GM Iron Condor. I got to keep practicing these things. Really, like I say, I like to just call myself a beginner with all that kind of stuff because it's easy to say you're intermediate because you've done it a lot of times. But until a lot means like over 1,000 times, I don't feel comfortable telling people that I'm even intermediate at spread trading. But, I've done these things dozens to hundreds of times. There's different ones, the butterfly, the iron condor, verticals, and all that kind of stuff. Somewhere between hundreds and dozens, but until it's thousands, really don't even want to, upgrade my, personal feeling of what level I'm at on that to intermediate. And it's just easier to say I'm beginner. That doesn't mean I don't know a lot about it. Or how they work and all that good stuff, but it does mean that I don't have the wisdom yet to know what terrible things could go wrong, what to watch out for, all that good stuff. Yeah, Tasty Trade does have a lot of great videos about all that, and gotta keep watching all that stuff. Always keep yourself getting tuned in. Keep improving. So what did PayPal do after that? Yeah, see, there's that very interesting bounce off of WAP, and now a head and shoulders forming off of WAP, and it looks like I was probably right not to sell PayPal. Hopefully Christina is still not with us. Oh shit, there she is. But it's all right, you still did great, right? But if PayPal does what I think it's going to do, just break down here at the neckline soon. Yeah, that's right. Then it's going to continue lower, and how much lower? It's going to bounce around and test that other bottom. If it does break down, it's going to bounce around and test 129. And you would have made what, $300 more? Yeah, it's nice, but like I said, you've got to have some kind of a buffer there, willing to lose in order to make more. Yeah, fuck. And then maybe the most it goes even from there is like to 125. Right now, it's at its typical daily move. Its typical daily move is $7.50 of range, up, down, all around the high to the low, and that's exactly what it's at. It opened at 140, and now it's at 133, 32.50. That's exactly 750. So this might be the natural resting spot for it, based on the way it's been moving lately. So everything's sideways / grinding down slightly. The Qs actually did confirm the bearish side now. So we now have all three markets intraday, short term, bearish. Somebody wanted me to look at PETZ, PETZ, and they don't put any information about, what they want me to get it for. Why is my screen kind of bright now? That's weird. So I'll look at it. Oh, the hell they're thinking. Okay, now I see what they're thinking. They recently lost a lot of money about a month ago for being idiots and getting into something unproven. And now they're wondering if they're ever going to get their money back. No. And ha ha ha. How many times do you need to get fucking burned and hit rock bottom to learn your lessons about buying shit that you have no idea what the fuck you're doing? All right. Thank you very much for giving me asking me to look at that. Some people just, if I could just help them hit rock bottom, they might just turn around in life. Some people just are spoiled. Have too much. They just have too much. Fuck around in the market, they lose it all because they're not taking it as serious as you need to take the market. That's right. So I heard the other day somebody say, the nice thing about rock bottom is it's a solid foundation, something like that. Looks like I got a little bit of everything working out for me today. It's nice to see these days where positive delta and negative delta are just doing their thing. Yeah, thank you, Anne. Somebody wants me to let them know what I think about CLS. Anybody bullish on Snap? I mean, long term, investment wise. I'm not. I'm just wondering if anybody is. I didn't think so. Okay, so this person wants me to look at CLS. I like it. I like it. I'm not sure why I never had it pull up before, but it looks like we've got some good positive delta here. I'm sorry, alpha and delta. Bit wavy, only just beginning its run, but it is outperforming the market. Yeah, decent. Not the greatest time to get in. I'd probably wait till 11:50 to get in next. that is how the cookie crumbles. Huh? What platform? What did you guys talking about? We're talking about Snapchat. Yeah. Nothing innovative. Yes, it was. Facebook completely copied them. Like verbatim. But Snap came up with it first. Snap came up with a lot of stuff first. They're very innovative. But yeah, maybe you mean no longer anything innovative. Yeah. No, but I just saw the other day they had a very clever idea. What was that? I believe it had something to do with avatars. You know what? Actually, I think that might have been Facebook. You just dropped your phone in the snow, wanted to make sure everything handled the drop well. Where are you, Matt? I guess most of the world's under snow right now. Oh boy, Michigan. Winters in Michigan are just, I mean, even if you don't say they're brutal, they're long. I mean, damn. I love how the lake waves freeze mid wave. I mean, that's cold. Upper Peninsula, yeah. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. That's practically Canada now. Yeah. Yes, really. No snow in sunny Arizona, but there is snow, Ricky, Bobby. You can't just outright say that. It's probably snowing in the Grand Canyon right now. I mean, there's snow in Arizona, but yeah, Arizona's a very hot place. But deserts can be very cold. It can get very cold in the winter. Like I was watching something on TikTok for a clip from a Joe Rogan show. I don't even remember what it was in reference to. Maybe the Noah's Ark Great Flood, or I don't know, whatever. But it was showing how um, I believe a desert that we know now as a desert used to be an ocean floor or something. The Sahara. I don't know what it was. It was interesting. It definitely blew my mind. The fact that just in like 50,000 years, or even less, 10,000 years, whatever it was, uh, the ecology of an area of a region completely flip flopped. I think it had to do with the fact that that region was like a beautiful green, thriving ecological paradise, and now it's like the Sahara Desert or something. Yeah, maybe that's what it was about. They find megalodon teeth in the desert all the time, Chris. Really? Man, that is incredible. Wow. I was just got a factoid on Gold Rush the other day that I forget what animals, but I think it was 50,000-year-old frozen remains. It wasn't 10,000. It was like really a much bigger number. I think it was 40,000 or 50,000-year-old remains of mastodons and all that kind of stuff. Typically Ice Age stuff, but it was they have some old specimens that are found sometimes, preserved to such a state that you can examine their DNA. Their DNA is intact, mostly intact. And I think I did hear that it might have been China, or I forget where, but they're going to try to bring back the mastodon, I think it is, and some extinct animals, and they're going to create like this an Ice Age zoo. Yeah, for real. Like the company, I think got I forget how much. was a decent amount of funding. I think $20 million or something. It was interesting stuff. Oh, so I told that guy CLS looks terrible dead. All right, let me bring this back up. I have way too many accounts. I'm probably pushing like 30 accounts at this point. It's a lot. What's this? We have a bunch of movies. Why you shouldn't bring back dinosaurs and have them in a zoo. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they went extinct, right? So we're stronger. There it goes, Christina. Not gonna say. She's kicking herself now. Damn it. I've seen it many times before. On these ones that drop strong, you've got to give it some leeway at VWAP. They tend to fail VWAP and then continue. And it just takes time. But already you'd be up $300 more, and I think another 200 from there pretty soon here. $500. It feels like negative 36. Yeah, wind chill. Flagstaff. Gotcha. So Phoenix stays relatively unfrozen. That's good. Have a great day. See you later, Steven. Got to go make the Celtic Springs soap bar for March. All right. See you in the VIP. That's Steven with Slappies. If you need any male grooming products, Slappies. Go to Slappies on Google. I'll take you there. One of our members. Support your fellow community. Keep your money in the community. Just give it to another country or another state or another set of people so that they can divide it amongst themselves. Keep it within your community so that you can divide it amongst yourselves and you can see your friends and your community thrive. That's your community. Buy in your community. Oh, some people were tagging me here. Let's see. Out of CCB. Shit. I hate when I get those messages. Did something I'm holding go against me with 30 accounts? You know, it ain't easy. No, not out of CCB, but damn close. Who asked me that? Elliot, I guess. TGBO says Kramer is an idiot. Damn, too bad Steven left. He needs to teach me how to jailbreak Amazon TV. That'd be interesting. Oh yeah, okay. Interesting. Curious. I mean, I have like 20 Chromecasts in my house, so I'm a big Chromecast dude. And we have Google Homes and Google this and everything's Google here. The lights, we got screens, devices, clocks, everything's Google in my house. But yeah, I have Amazon Prime, and I'm curious what you guys do with that. Ah, cool. Thanks for the link. All right. At this point, the market is going sideways. It's going to do something today, probably. We're probably going to see that whale step in at 11:30 in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like it always does, to start to jack up the market. Be ready. Fucking make money off of the dude for change. Be quick to adapt. And if it doesn't happen, all right, that's easy. You just go with the flow. But if it starts to happen, you start to see something going on. Some ripping start to happen. Some pivot points start to break. Somebody's fucking around with the whole market. Some algorithmic trading room somewhere. But otherwise, anyway, it was a good day trading with you, going over the market, watching the market for the first, hottest part of the market there. Very interesting. We are still grinding down on the Qs, but things have pretty much settled in. If anybody has anything to ask or what you want to go over, it's open house today in our trading group. So just ask in there. I'll be able to answer things in there. Just tag Chart Trader, and I'll respond. If you're out there somewhere on TikTok or YouTube or Twitch or Periscope, Twitter, just click the link there. There should be a link right there to come and check out our server, check out our trading group. It is free, open house today. You can see all our secret hidden channels, see what we're all about, see what you would get, and you can find out more by clicking those links. Link in my bio. And don't forget that once you come in, go into the public chat room, and you'll be able to get the link to download my trend following indicator, which allows you to stay in your trades longer to make more money, maximize your trades. Okay, everybody, have a good one. See you in the trading group.